Good evening, Slugs, and welcome to Banana Slug News. I'm Lindsay Heimgartner.
And I'm Eugene Borgeson. Thank you for joining us for our last episode of the Fall 2008 season. Here's what's news. The alternative culture that UCSC was founded on now comes to a head with the student athletes who want support for their more traditional sports teams. Currently a Division III school, many think UCSC should become a Division II university. Here's Audrey Milo with the story.
As of now, UCSC's collegiate athletic program is in the NCAA Division III League. Many say that because UCSC differs from most other Division III schools, it should move up to Division II. Still, many students, faculty, and alumni of UCSC are against the idea, and many feel a general lack of support for UCSC athletes and the collegiate program. The question is, should UCSC make the move to Division II? And if so, is it even possible?
Well, how important athletics is one thing, and how important it is at UCSC is another. I think it's real important to the campus. I think that the students are beginning to see how important it is, and I think that the ethos of the campus isn't quite there yet in terms of what the value of athletics is, but it's going to get there. So to say that it's not important, I think that it really is very important, but it just doesn't appear that way because of the way the campus is, siloed in a way.
So what would you say your level of involvement in UCSC sports is on campus?
None whatsoever.
Have you ever been to a volleyball or soccer game?
No, I have not.
Do you still have support for your teams here?
I support as in sure, go have fun, but I don't support them in any sense that I'm doing anything or involved at all.
Have you ever been to any soccer, volleyball, or sports athletic events here on campus?
Not really.
Do you think that students here should support our athletics more?
I suppose, maybe.
He supposes.
What is the difference between Division II and Division III?
The biggest difference probably is philosophy, and I think I'm a big fan of the Division III philosophy. I think the orientation towards the student athletes experience is what it's all about to me.
We are in the kind of top 8% in terms of the enrollment. Our enrollment is over 13,000, as you well know. The average D3 school is about 2,500, some as small as 600. So we are competing against schools that aren't near our size. What does that mean? It means that we have very good teams because our walk-ons are better than their recruits. Second thing that makes us different is our travel. There aren't very many D3s in the state of California. We have to play a certain number of D3s to go to nationals, and to get those we have to go to Nebraska and New England and Colorado and Washington. We're all over with a budget that, by the way, is about 2/3 of what the average D3 school is, that's like 1/8 our size.
So I've heard that other schools in our local areas, some of our competitor schools, have moved to D2. What does that mean to UCSC athletics?
Well, moving to D2 with the schools that have done that, East Bay has done that, Merced is probably the new college is probably going to go D2 right off the bat. Monterey Bay went D2. So what's happening is all these D3 schools that are large, they look like they fit better in D2, and that's what they're doing. The second problem is that a lot of the D3s that come to play us, even from Southern California, they got no reason to come up here. There's enough D3s in Southern California to get all the games they need. Why should they spend the money to come up? Well, they'll come up if they can play East Bay and another school that's a D3. Now it's only one school, us. So it's not worth their money.
Has your team won many games in the past couple of years?
Yeah, we've had a great run. We've won 2 of the last 4 NCAA national championships, and actually in 2007 we won the indoor national championship and the outdoor national championship and the singles and the doubles. In 2005 we won 3 of the 4 championships. We won the singles, doubles, and team title right here at Santa Cruz.
I believe with the results that our team's gotten, we definitely could be justified in moving to D2, but there's a lot of other factors that would determine that.
Do you think UCSC should move to Division II?
I think for the size of our school, where we're located, because we're not located around enough D3s, that yes, we should. Now, you have some problems with that. Number one, there is a paradigm shift in thinking. So in other words, you have to buy into it being D2. It's going to cost probably a minimum of $5 million. We don't get near that. Right now we get about maybe $1 million, and that's with our fundraising. So all of a sudden the school's going to have to make a huge commitment. We also would have to do new facilities. Our facilities would not be up to par. That's an NC2A regulation. We'd also have to have a certain amount of permanent money. We're not close to that amount. So there are some hurdles that would have to happen. Philosophically, it depends on what the school wants to do. Do they want to say okay for some scholarship money? If they do and they see the need for the spirit and all that in athletics, then they're going to make that paradigm shift.
With a large student population and league-winning sports teams, but a general lack of student support and funding, the question of where Slug sports stands remains in the air. I'm Audrey Milo, reporting for Banana Slug News.
Riveting, Audrey, just riveting. Leaves you wondering how it will all turn out, doesn't it?
Indeed it does. Now let's turn to our co-anchors at the entertainment desks for a special look at some fun ideas for the holidays.
Good evening, Slugs. I'm Joanna Bowman.
And I'm Wendy Yang. Welcome to our special BSN holiday segment. As finals are wrapping up and the quarter comes to a close, you may find yourself wondering how you will spend all that free time.
Well, we at BSN decided to help out by exploring some fun holiday ideas in the community. The holiday season is one of the hottest times to see the blockbuster you have been looking forward to for months. Even though the box office might overcharge, a couple of hours of entertainment is priceless, and we at BSN have compiled 3 movies that should be at the top of your wish list. If you have not screened the latest Bond flick, Quantum of Solace, make sure to do so ASAP, as it promises to have action, romance, and British accents from beginning to end. If you have not had your fill of Halloween this year, then check out Twilight, a sort of Romeo and Juliet story with bloody vampires. Most new kid movies are not entertaining to adults, but the new Disney film Bolt breaks from tradition and will definitely be fun for all ages. How many times have you heard, "I'm not driving there, it's just a waste of gas"? With gas prices dropping so low, maybe it's time you take that trip you've been putting off. Back in the summer, gas prices were approaching $5 a gallon, but now in the wintertime, gas for the first time in a long time is just below $2. It's so amazing how much gas prices have fallen in the past few months that it sometimes takes a second glance. Now, the time to fill up the tank and take a fun trip with friends and family. Well, that will do it for entertainment.
Thank you for joining us. Now back to you, Eugene.
Thanks, Joanna and Wendy. Have you ever wondered what else is going on in the Santa Cruz music scene other than the big venues? Our own Mackenzie Whitman takes us downtown to explore the lesser-known Santa Cruzian music subculture.
The electric current starts here.
So like one of the things that entails like with my promotion, like getting in contact with the bands, either through MySpace or via telephone, whether it's a connection I know them through either the tattoo world, the music world, the street light scene, wherever I've met them along the way. Like Triclops was something like I just approached them boldly, talked to them on MySpace, and I was like, hey, I'm a huge fan. Kind of told them about my rigs and what I listen to, and I know I have this club that I can work out of, and they were more than happy to come and perform with no guarantee. And there's lots of bands that, even though they're on like bigger labels, like the Triclops is on the Tentacle Jalopy Offers label, they still work within the DIY bounds of like doing it yourself and making it kosher. So it's been a lot of fun. And you know, having people come up to you and say like you're making a difference in small communities is also pretty invigorating. It gives you like a refreshment to get to them.
Bella and I played together for a good part of last year and created a lot of songs, and then we realized like if we needed to play live that we needed other band members, and then this year we moved in with Sepp and Ducky, and that created, then we birthed the baby.
Yeah, I don't know. There's many of the shows I've been to, it's hard to dance, and the music isn't bad. It's just not dance music or beaty music.
But feel alive and feel in love. Just feel those bones in your chest.